All right, welcome in everybody. Another day with Daily Bread. Sosa and Rex coming at you live from the Daily Bread Media. That's at Daily Bread Media Twitter today. This is where we're going to plan to do most of our outlets going forward. We're also live on our usual YouTube channel, and we're also live on Twitch. We thank everybody for joining in today. As usual, episode brought to you by at Pick City. Make sure to check out pickcity.com for all your capping needs and VIP access if that's something that you are into. Today, we got a decent MLB slate. Then we got two college football games going on tonight. So that's what we will be focusing today's show on. And then we're just building up a little bit of time to make sure we get all our usual people in here since we're on that new Twitter account. But Sosa, how are you doing today?
Oh man, I can't complain. I never do. Back at it, ready to get the day started. Um, Ready for the weekend, bro. Yeah, I'm just ready for the weekend. To be totally honest with you, that's where I'm at right now with it. Ready to attack this Friday, attack this rest of the weekend. Hold on, you know, gonna go do some stuff with my girl today though. Definitely hanging out with my girl today. Um, Necessary. She's off. She got some. I know she wants to. I don't know exactly where she wants to go or whatever, but that's going to be my Friday. What about you?
Nice little good time with the family out there. Definitely what you need. Like to hear that. No idea. Weather's beautiful. Probably just going to go chill outside, do something along those lines today. What's up, Jonathan Walker? We appreciate you tapping in with us today.
Jesus Christ! There's like mad people in here and no one's commenting. Let's get into the first game, bro. I'm ready. You ready to get in the first game? I'm ready to get in the first game.
Yeah, let's just get right into it with MLB. What game are we
And
starting off with?
we're gonna keep it real short and sweet. We're gonna go with. Hold on. I'm not even ready. I'm over here talking shit. We're gonna go with the Los Angeles Dodgers team total and the game under 10 tonight with gosh. Oh no, I'm sorry, over 10 at minus one and a half, minus 105 over 10, and the Los Angeles Dodgers team total, which is at over 6. Tonight we're not losing. We're not losing. It's time to get to it. You know what I mean? We're one game out still. About 10 games to go. No magic number for the Giants. Everything's still on the line. Got AJ Pollock back. We got the lineup. We got the lineup that we thought we would have at the beginning of the year. We just added an even better guy at the top of it. The Dodgers are we're primed right now to go crazy. So those are the two plays in that game that I have. The over 6 is at minus 104. And like I said, I'm riding my team. I wanna roll with the Cardinals again just to continue that
Yep.
trend. Numbers kind of juiced at minus 148 with Hap on the mound pitching in the first game of the double. It's a doubleheader, correct?
Yes, it is.
So
So, one quick thing before we get into that game. Since we use StreamYard and we're now live using Twitter directly since Periscope is dead, I just checked something out on the settings. We cannot see our Twitter comments since it's not using Periscope. It's using Twitter Direct. So we might go back to Sosa's. So StreamYard's not allowing me to post any comments we're getting on Twitter. I am completely sorry about that. We did not know that. Jump over to our
wow,
YouTube channel if you want it. I tweeted that out, but it looks like
wow,
we'll go back to Periscope tomorrow. Always
wow.
trying stuff out.
See, we wow, awesome. So now we've lost some level of interactivity right now. Now I'm gonna
No, if they
actually
go
put
over
it.
to YouTube, they're good. But we always used to get a lot of Periscope. But yeah, StreamYard doesn't allow it yet. Maybe it'll allow it soon. We are sorry about that. But go back to your Cardinals angle.
As far as the Cardinals, I mean they're red hot right now playing the Cubs. I mean it's a I want to take them, but the juice is too much for me at the minus 148, so I'm actually going to stay off. Um, the game that I want to get into is the is the Cleveland Indians, Chicago White Sox first 5 under.
Ooh, under.
First 5 under 3.5. Cease and Shane Bieber's back today. Give me a low scoring first 5. That's the play. That's the play for the game. And I'm gonna actually like hop over to Periscope and like and mute this stuff so I can like see the comments.
Yeah, man. Some ground-breaking performances. That's what happens with technology. We want to use the new Twitter account, but that shit tends up to be happening. But yeah, so that St. Louis game, that first one with Hap, that starts in 10 minutes. So make sure you guys get in that one quickly.
Right. Don't think B will be rusty. I don't think B is going to be rusty. Betting Joe's. I think that you don't bring him back unless he's good full go. At this point, you don't bring a guy like of that stature back without from injury if he's not fully back. You see the same thing with Chris Sale. Everybody was asking if he'd be rusty. You don't bring your star back. You don't bring your star back unless you've seen him perform at the level you want to see him perform at. And the next one.
So I got a gross angle for you here today.
Mariners game opinion. Somebody just asked about the Mariners game, and that's MW kicks the Mariners game. I'm looking at that, and
Let me hop over to the Mariners before I get into one of the angles that I want to ask you how crazy I am for liking this one. But Seattle, what are you liking? Facing Suarez in LA. Gilbert on the mound. Last 3 starts has been cooking it a little bit, 2.60 ERA. And Suarez has been just as good. 3 outings ago, he had the complete game, 1 run, 5 hits. Sosa, what do you like for this one?
I'd probably look at is the under. Bro, it's so hard to really cap these games because you have a team that's fighting for everything and a team that has nothing to play for.
Yep.
It's to stay away from me, and it's hard for me to even give advice because I can't on that particular. It's too many variables to be betting that game. We got a couple of really good college football games tonight where you can get better value. That game's like a minefield, bro. I can't. I got nothing on that per se. Somebody's asked, do I like Wake Forest? I do like Wake Forest tonight.
We'll get into that one shortly. So, what do we think about backing a stinky team here in the fish on the run line at plus 115 in Tampa? Robertson making his first career appearance or starting. Could be a bullpen day for them. Are we crazy for liking this angle here?
Is the first half plus money too?
Yeah, they both are. Let me get the first half run line. Because that's where this one I really want to see what your thoughts were.
First 5 probably get a better number.
First 5 run line for the Fish plus 135 plus 0.5.
Apparently Yarborough's supposed to come in after the guy who starts the game.
Oh, all right. That's official then. You know we love fading Yarborough.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm glad you said that, bro.
1 unit on the Fish plus 0.5. First 5 plus 135. A lot of 5s there.
Let's fucking go. I'm with it. Let's roll. Dog of the day. You love to see it. And yeah, as far as baseball, like I said, it's for me, bro. I'm so hesitant to touch baseball. But if I had to pick one more game, it would be the Milwaukee Brewers on the run line plus 146. I think it's a get right spot against McGill. Since they clinched the playoffs, they haven't played well. So that is so much that is someone that I like.
Bro, I'm still devastated and not all over that we can't see the Twitter comments, but thank you for monitoring them. Like I said, get over to YouTube if you want to hear them a little bit clearer there. But
yeah, get on our YouTube channel, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is fucking trash.
Always give Eddie his time. He knows when he comes up with Daily Bread. and gives out the plays. They've been fire in the spaces as well. Red Sox money line from our guy plus
Money line.
106.
Just that betting Joe just says Pirates money line. Come on, bro. You know I'm not touching nothing that has to do with the Pirates. Cut that out. Chill, Simba. I don't see. I can't. I'm so sick right now. He said Red Sox money line. You don't like you like the Red Sox to get. Listen, man. If Simba says it, I'm betting it. This man has been on a nuclear run in baseball the last 3 weeks. So if this motherfucker says to bet it, bet that shit. Glad he's in the comments.
With betting Joe's trying to say the Pirates. I mean, Gibson needs to show up. The Phillies are still only that 1.5 games back, and they're starting a new guy in Howard tonight as well. So that's just where I rather fade the new pitcher than back them. But the Phillies at minus 215, no thank you in that angle there.
No doubt.
Yank season on the line from Taze.
It's, bruh, just admit it.
It's been on the season.
Y'all the mid-pack, bro. Like, be honest. It's not, y'all are not that gas. Y'all are the mid-pack, and it is what it is. Y'all not nice like that. I can't do nothing about it, Taze. Like, y'all mid. You know, but for Simba to like completely fade the fuck out of Garrett Cole, like I'm gonna have to ride with him.
Yeah, he put his big boy pants on for that one there.
Oh man. So
all right,
let's move into the next segment, the next sport that we're on to.
Let's get into college football. And last night, man, we got Todd Gurley, we got Nick Chubb, whatever you want to call it. Smart coaching decision on the part of App State cost us that spread last night. It's what happens to have to take us down on the college football play. 16-6-1 on the season so far. And yeah, that one was a tough one to swallow.
Yeah,
sure as a back.
Say that one more time.
16-6-1 plays on Daily Bread and paid for play I've given out so far.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if that's good, but
sounds all right to me. Sounds okay.
But yeah, could have been better if he stopped that. But yeah, sure as a backdoor. Sure we didn't deserve it, but yeah, that was a tough one to swallow.
16-6-1. Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you're putting up those NFL numbers, I have to at least try to come at you with the college numbers.
Crazy. My co-host is an animal. I don't know if you guys have noticed. The guy's the best in the business. It's fucking crazy, man.
So let's start it off with, I guess, the bigger game. One starts at 6:30, one starts at 7. So we shall go into one late baseball play being thrown up there that someone's locking in. Always want to shout that out. UVA hosting Wake Forest. Wake coming off a decent win at FSU last weekend. UVA looking a lot better than I guess people expect. Got a little bit of that half point there on top of the home field advantage, so they're laying that 3.5. Over under of 69.5 here. That's a huge ass total for what I'm expected to be a back and forth game. Personally, from a spread perspective, I'm going to be live betting this game. And you know, with Daily Bread, we don't count live bets, but I'll explain the angle I'm going to take this one. One is you could lock in the Wake plus 3.5, but I can 100% guarantee you'll get higher than +4 or +5 on both of these teams tonight. This is going to be a classic back and forth. One team will get up 14, the other will tie it back. So I think this is a nice live betting game to get money on both sides. But anytime I see over a 5, I'm going to be, or 5.5, I'm going to be locking it in. From a total perspective, I do not want to be playing a high under Sosa, but I did a lot of talking there. What's your angle here?
Betting Joe says he likes Wake Forest money line, and he's taking Virginia quarterbacks over passing yards. I like both those plays. Virginia's quarterback has thrown for like 450 yards twice in the 3 games. It looks fucking insane. I agree with that take. My sentiments in this is that I think the game actually will go over. It's not anything official, but the number being so high, like you said, you can get a great live spot for sure. Just like we did 2 Saturdays ago with Army, when the 2 teams came out, you knew that points were going to come on the board, but then all of a sudden, both teams get stopped inside the 10. One team turns it over inside the 5. So after the first 3 possessions, the number went from 58 to 42.5. Or 50, it was like 56. And it was like, and once those 3 possessions took place, the number dropped to 42.5. By the end of the first half, it was 28-7. Or it was 35 points scored in the first half. So the over was almost done after the second quarter. So I completely love the angle of just wait it out a little bit, and then see how this stuff the game actually pans out. Obviously, Wake Forest offense has shown to be rather explosive. Their offense really is. It reminds me of what you're going to get from Coastal tonight. But it's just they want fast pace. They want to go. They want to get up and down the field. I think my 2 plays in this game would be to take the Wake Forest. I think the Wake Forest team total is the best bet in the game. That's what I'll. That's
all
what
right.
And that is at over 33.5. I think that is a great number. I'm running it back because that was the same number for Appalachian State last night. They're not going to get me 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, that's why in this one, I have a play in Charlotte versus Middle Tennessee, of course, and not of the Big Daddy, because this is like the one I want to just play it live, because when I'm breaking down this game, one, I just think the ACC is probably the weakest of the Power 5 conferences of all of them. Brennan Armstrong, Betting Joe's got to shout you out on that play. That's a smart angle to go against it, because sure, Milton's still a solid quarterback, but there was just Florida State's ineptitude that kept them back and kept them from not covering that last one. When we got, so that's why when we were riding Wake last week, we're not trying to bet Wake back-to-back games, because that's a dangerous recipe right there for you, just riding too many Wake games.
For sure. But yeah, I think is that everything for today?
Now we got Charlotte, or for that game, but you want to get into Charlotte versus Middle Tennessee State?
Let's do it. I know you want to get into it. Is the Coastal game tonight? The Coastal game tonight, isn't it?
Is it? No, I think it's Liberty at Syracuse as well, so we can get into that one, and UNLV at Fresno State.
That's Fresno. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to get to Fresno first, or what's the next game you got playing?
I have a play in the Fresno game, but let's get to the Charlotte one first.
All right, with this one, we're taking the +3 on Middle Tennessee, minus 110 here. Just quick, simple, easy. Charlotte got us. We got them earlier with Duke in this spot.
Yes, sir.
Here, I just think this game, I just don't want to be laying points, essentially. It's not the same mindset as the last one. Middle Tennessee just has, I would say, a stronger roster strength, but on the coaching aspect, I think Charlotte's there. But I just think they push. I think this game's honestly a push, but I'm taking the +3, hoping Middle Tennessee State wins outright for us.
Let's get it.
No play on the total. I think that's a sharp number. Let's get into late night UNLV at Fresno State, and then we'll touch on Liberty at Syracuse.
This game is going to be like that Boise State UTEP game.
What do you mean by that?
I know you remember that. The one where we cashed like 3 different ways.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that game. Fresno's going to beat the shit out of them. Obviously, they're going to beat the shit out of them. Fresno still has a shot at a pretty big bowl game if they win out. And they're one of those teams that need style points. And they've shown they're coming off that huge win against UCLA. It can't be a letdown game. I'm 100% on. I'm 100% on Fresno. I like Fresno to cover the 30.5, and I like them to score over 44.5 points. I think this is like a 52-10 game, some shit like that.
Yeah, this is a game just essentially where one does Fresno State essentially call off the dogs, hosting probably one of the weakest teams in all of college football. Is kind of just one of the biggest parts where late into the game they might be calling everyone off, or they could start slow. But even though you're going to give me 30.5 or 31 still on UNLV, I still think Fresno gets this one through. It's going to be a little bit sweaty late at night, but the dogs are going to keep going there.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So now, Mercenarios is rocking it with you. I didn't see any plays in the chat on that game. And then the last one we'll get into, Liberty at Syracuse. Is this your trappy game? Because essentially here, not to sum it up too easily, but Syracuse is looking a little bit better than I was expecting them to. They're not as terrible as I thought. They probably just have the better roster on paper, except for the quarterback position. So if you're going to be laying the -6 with Liberty, you're obviously expecting one guy to go off and win
Say his
that
name.
game.
Say his name for us. Malik.
You say his name. You love him more than I do.
Malik Willis. Y'all gonna learn about him. Go ahead, Rex.
I was about to say he's been like everyone's dark horse for Heisman. So
He's really
if you're under a rock, I guess tonight's the night that it's going to come out. It's all the way up to a juice -6.5 now here in my book.
Kids
you got a total at 54. If this gets to, I can get a 7 at -110 for Syracuse here. And this is the same exact feeling I had last night where we should have taken Marshall. There's something that just reeks. There's something that stinks about this line. I know you love Liberty. You're probably going to be taking the Liberty points over, but the Syracuse +7 seems to be where it's calling my name, but I can't do it. So what do you got for us?
Sure you want to do this?
No, I didn't give out the 7. I'm just saying that's exactly where my money wants to be tonight, and I know it should not be.
You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to trust a basketball school?
No, I didn't put my money on it. I've made that clear, but I'm just saying that +7 seems to be the right side.
The Liberty team total. That's the only play.
See, I told you. I knew that's what you're going to be on.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not saying anything else. Liberty team total. That's the only play I got. I could crash and burn with it. It's over 30.5. Malik
that gets through easy. I think Liberty puts up 35 tonight.
But I don't trust no basketball schools. That's my rule. No, not me. Not on a Friday night. No.
So Liberty, it's just that Liberty has probably somewhere between the 75th to 100th defense, because when you're in that range, there's not much that's deviating between you guys there at that level. So that's just where, even though we'd have to be putting our faith in not a great quarterback, Syracuse's offense isn't the worst. So that's where I do think if Liberty does put up 35, like I'm thinking, I do think Syracuse can put up 28. It's just that I would need a 7 or a 7.5 for me to get the Syracuse action. But if you're this confident, we're just going to be rocking with Middle Tennessee. We got many and much better games to be looking at tomorrow for college football wise.
Bring it up tomorrow. Paid for play. We're going to have our guy Ben Carey from Capwise, founder of Capwise, talking college football. That's his wheelhouse. I've checked him out as far as like his college football work. What he's doing in the NFL is even more immaculate. Make sure you guys check him out at Capwise. That's CAPWIZE. He'll be our guest picker on Paid for Play tomorrow, with Sam, Goose, Rex. I'll be on there for a few. But yeah, it's we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. Obviously, Sunday is Sunday morning quarterbacks. We're gonna be killing it there.
We got Daily Bread tomorrow morning as well.
Correct.
Before Paid for Play, to get your baseball and your weekend soccer action. So the plan with Saturday morning shows is we'll run right into Paid for Play so that we get right into college football after talking about soccer for Saturday and Sunday and our baseball action.
Goose just asked, did we get into the Wake Forest? I like the Wake Forest team total over 33.5. It's the exact same number as App State last night. They fucking burnt me. I'm running it right back. Hand right back in the fire.
Yeah, Goose. I played Wake last week. We'll be just betting this game live. I'm going to be grabbing anything over 5.5 on either side here. I think this has a perfect potential of both teams having a 7 point lead with a high total at 69 or 70. You're going to get points throughout the game. So that's just where I think this is a perfect game to bet live on a Friday if you got nothing else to be doing here.
Also, anybody in here immediately following this show, I'm going to be on Twitter Spaces with Manny6 and King Picks. They're going to be talking UFC for the weekend. My boy Plus Money Affiliates, Mo, is going to be in there. I'm not a UFC guy, but all the people who do know UFC, I want to get them more on because it's big money. It's a huge market if you know what you're doing. It's very, very profitable when it comes to gambling. I personally, I bet those guys' picks. Secondly, like I will never try to cap a UFC fight. So if you want to learn about UFC, as soon as this show ends, get on Twitter Spaces and we'll get to it.
Yeah, Dara, I saw that. Just listen to Sosa, get in that Spaces, ask your question there. The only time I've ever capped UFC was when we were fading Greg Hardy because he's on the Cowgirls and it's Cowgirl Hate Week. So always got to bring that one up. When we cashed on Tuivasa and he did the shoey. So we need to get Mo back on for the next big UFC card. We'll get Mo back on here for us. But tomorrow, we'll be live for Daily Bread back through Sosa's Twitter. I'll try to maybe get Periscope working on the Daily Bread. We need our Twitter comments. They're flowing out here. I feel bad not being able to feature you guys. Oh, as usual, catch us at Catch Sosa's Picks, additional VIP at pickcity.com, at pickcity on the Twitter. No, Daily Bread's not at 10 a.m. Probably at like 9:15. Paid for plays at 10 a.m.
This niggas got me up at 9 a.m. on a fucking Saturday to do content. I love it. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Until tomorrow. Until Spaces in a few minutes. Until whenever you get in our mentions. Daily Bread, we out.